Bass, baby. Once we get going. Hey fishers, welcome to another episode of WA Fishing. Unfortunately I didn't get any footage on the way out, but we had to stop for some jewies because it was a bit rough, then made our way out for some bass and blue-eye. And here we are, hooked up. Just give you some context what I'm doing here. I'm giving the motor some revs. The reasons why is it gives the alternator a bit more voltage and the reels a bit more voltage. We're onto a school of blue-eye right now. It was first drop. Big show, which I'll show shortly, and we hooked up straight away. Myself with Don, as per usual. A big bag there for the big deep drops. I'll give a rundown of the gear I'm using. Got a Daiwa Seaborg Mega Twin 1200 MJ. These are great reels, especially when you're battling bass. 2-gear system and a Daiwa Grand Rave rod, and also I'll put my line and all those details up on the screen right now. So while we're waiting for this fish to come up, I'll give you a bit of rundown of the sounder. You see here there's a good show that's about 20 to 30 metres off the ground, and that's what you want to look for when you're out deep dropping, at least 20 metres up. It's a good indication of some blue-eye, hapuka, things like that. If anything that's a bit more pelagic than demersal. Bass and grey band, you'll see a bit more closer to the bottom generally, a bit of fluff. Blue-eye. As per usual, brain spike. I'll show you a good app in how to identify where to brain spike your fish in some later episodes. Well, that's what they're eating, Don.
Right?
So that's what they're eating. Now the bait that we're using today, a whole squid that we've caught in Coburn Sound, and also some fresh mullet that have been caught out of the estuary down Mandurah. A good match of the hatch is the squid today, so that's what we'll probably be using, and you'll see me starting to pull out and put on my hook.
Looks like a Daiwa heater. Probably.
So don't be afraid to use big baits. The hook sizes I'm using here is 14-0s circles. Should be close.
Right?
You're watching it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't run up.
That's why I put my hand in.
So there's about, it said about 500 and some meters on the thing.
It's long.
Right, now I know the drift, at least I can hit him on the head next time. We're kind of off him, but it's still, yeah. That's about what, 6-7 kilo.
Alright.
Now I do intend to do some more deep dropping this winter, and I'll give some drifting tips because it's completely different to what you do when you're targeting jewfish out in this deep drop, because you're battling currents and winds in different directions.
It's like fighting all the way up.
Nah, not really. Because you let so much line out. So what Don's using here is a Shimano Beastmaster 9000. These are very good reels as well. However, I have had a few ruin on some big bass in the past, so I tend to use the Mega Twins, which are a slower pickup, but they're more reliable on the larger fish.
The sun is right on the top, so it's very hard to see.
What?
I said the sun is right on the top, very hard to see the fish. Oh, yeah, it's a big color.
Yeah, we'll back it off and just wind it in. It's about the same size. Just... Alright, going back around for round 2. This is a very reliable blue eye spot, but also for bass, and we're hoping for a good bass today. Now, I won't give you a sounder shot today, I already have. It's pretty much for muchness. We're just fishing the same spot here, so nothing really major to see what you haven't seen already. I will, however, describe the ground. This is not a ledge. This is some lumps out the 400-500 metre marks that come up about 20 metres, and they hold fish very well, particularly bass and blue eye. Okay, down we go. 480 metres straight vertically down, but probably about a 520 metre drop. So as soon as I hit bottom, you'll see me put this into gear and wind up. That's to take the slack out of the line. There's a big bow in the line that is from the currents, and then I'll re-drop it down and ensure that I'm near the bottom. So both these reels are hooked up through a plug system, which I'll show in some later episodes. This one had a bit of a bung connection, and it would trip out every now and again. I have resolved it since this trip.
Anything?
Now this is the thing with deep dropping. These fish, particularly blue eye, tend to swim around. So they'll swim past, grab one bait, but not the other. But then other times you might be right on top of them and everybody will hook up. This is why for me I use a 50 kilohertz frequency transducer, which I've explained in the failed deep drop mission. The narrow beam and higher return rate enables you to be on top of the fish a lot more effectively.
I think we lost a fish.
I'll bring it up anyway.
Right?
I said, well, you might always bring it up. So I'm doing it again, as running 2 reels draws down the voltage quite significantly, so put a few revs on the motor to bring the voltage back up. said, we won't be sticking around because that weather's going to turn it on in
What time?
midday. We'll leave here latest 1.
Yeah, we need to go by 1.
So we've gone around for a third drift and we got some time pressure. Thing is, you won't notice it out here. This won't be until you get 20 k's in. Now this weather prediction that I'm talking about, I'll talk about in some later episodes, but I know that the offshore is going to be calmer than the inshore breeze, and it's going to be ripping about 20 to 30 knots on the inshore when we start heading in. Not really aggressively feeding, that's for sure. They're all over the sounder.
You had a fish here?
Yeah, I know. That's better. That's better. Second gear, Don. Just take it easy on him. Oh, don't tell me it fell off. I think it fell off. Yep, fell off. That's alright. Yeah, heaps. Because they're not feeding, Don. They're there, they're just not feeding. Now this is one of the biggest challenges with deep dropping. Fish are very specific on feeding patterns around currents and other attributes, so if you get no bites on a good show day, it's always good going back for another look. I said you're on the bottom.
Yeah, I know.
Two fish dropped. It's drift. And that was a better one, that one.
Around. I lost my cup, the last cup on the floor. Happy get 10 and have a look at a real 10 and then multiply up.
tricks. Eat it.
What is yours?
It's a Daiwa ground wave.
Fucking feet on it.
Don't know. If you had grinner on it, wouldn't last long.
Aye.
Said if you put grinner on it, wouldn't last long. Up to you. Keep getting hits but no hookups. I got that this reel gone.
Apologies fishers, but I missed the hookup. Because this is such a big fish, I've had to put it in low gear.
Massive. Bass, baby.
Now I'm fairly sure this is a bass, as there's no other deep drop fish that fights like this and holds bottom so hard.
Yeah, I looked at your rod for a second, and then I looked at mine and it was freaking like touching the water. I was like, shit. But this is why I got this reel, so it's interesting to see how it holds up. If this is a bass, we're going home. They're swimming around on. Man, I'm not making any line, am I? Trying to move.
Big fish.
Yeah,
No, why out like a 2 meters?
big fish. At this rate, it says it's going to take about 10 minutes to pull in.
Now I know you viewers aren't going to find it very interesting with electric fighting fish, so I'll just speed through it. Now a word of advice, depending on the age of your boat and the trust in your rod holders, I wouldn't advise leaving these rods and reels in the rod holders. Perhaps stand up might be better. The boat I have is a Seafarer Vagabond and very high quality, and I know that these rod holders can take a lot of pressure.
It is slow. It's on low gear.
As the fish are starting to tire and they're about 150 metres off the bottom, time to switch it back into high gear.
And just put it in the faster gear. Now it's off bottom. Yeah, but because of the swell, I keep losing. You got a good fish on too. Taking drag.
Right?
Taking some line.
You can full speed, I just take it slowly.
Yeah, this is not full speed.
It's not big, it's very bigger than the other one, is that? It's quite hard.
This is a big fish, whatever this is.
Almost there, I promise.
I'll go home after this.
Yeah.
Can you get me gas? Somebody else got it, please.
Now you only see me ever use the gaff on pelagics and deep drop species because of the gill rakers on these things. Otherwise it's all hands and no nets.
Fuck, it's gonna blow out.
Now this fish has done me a mischief here. Now the fish has gone up in my prop, so I have to turn the motor off and put it in gear to stop the spin on the prop.
It's a
Bass.
fuck, don your rod. It's alright, no stress.
So Don didn't actually have a fish, he had my fish. Sorry fishers, but I had to turn the camera off here. So here's the bass in the bucket. We pretty much went home after this.
Yeah, I wanna do it before.
So here's some fishing B-roll for you all. Thanks for watching fishers. Don't forget to subscribe, and got plenty more videos coming.